Well, so this is a view that you guys have never had before. This is inside the house in the kitchen. Uh, I brought you in here today because today is sort of a special day for me personally. Not really anybody else. I just the Thursday before Christmas, I I personally observe kind of a tradition. I make homemade mead, so honey wine, and the Thursday before Christmas, I burn a little effigy of an animal, usually a deer or something like that, and have a drink and sort of give thanks for all of the good stuff that's happened through the year and hope for the best in the coming year. Today is that day. I got the meat is done and needs to be transferred into the aging bottles, and I of course will pour some and do my little thing. But we're here, so there's another YouTuber, and he's kind of big. He's been around for a while. He's what is lovingly referred to as a lolcow. Um, I I personally kind of like the dude. I watch his videos, but then I also do watch some other people that do videos on him, and he's not a super big fan of that. But hey, it kind of is what it is. So, King Cobra, JFS. Uh, I have a couple times now been in your chat, not when you're live, but in your comments, letting you know that I think that you are really, really, really missing out on something. Since you like to do drink combos and all that kind of stuff, you really, you really need to make the Boggy Palmer, right? So anybody who drinks will know the Arnold Palmer, and I think that you're missing out, man, on this drink combo. So let me get set up. I'm gonna bring the meat out. I got some disinfecting to do in the sink. Disinfect the bottles. The pump that I use to transfer the meat from one jug to the bottles, I have to disinfect that. And so yeah, I'll bring you back when I get that in. All right then, I got all this stuff cleaned, disinfected, and ready to go. I just put in this. It's not a necessary step, but I put potassium sorbate in there, and that's what that does is that stops the fermentation process. At least that's what the internet says. Um, and I'm just kind of giving it a second to do whatever it's going to do. I really probably should mix it up, but you can't really see it. If I, yeah, there you go. So you see this layer down here at the bottom. That's a solid 3/4 inch of dead yeast and their waste or whatever that floats to the bottom or sinks to the bottom rather. In any case, I would prefer for it to stay there. That's why I have the pump there. So I can kind of draw from the top down and get as much of that as possible. And even still, yet then, I'll tell you, there is always usually a little bit of mead because this isn't a solid layer of gunk. Like there's mead in that. I usually wind up dumping that. I refer to it as the fairy share. But yeah, so I'm just giving that potassium a little bit of time to do its thing. Uh, Watching some YouTube videos while it sits, and then I will transfer into my bottles, and we can kind of carry on. Well, so here we are, and I've got 4 bottles. If all 4 of the bottles were like these, I probably would have gotten 5. But this is perfectly fine. I really only have this once a year, and it's during this time. Yeah, got them all bottled up. There's a weird line in this one that I'm gonna be careful of because it kind of looks like a crack. I don't know if you'll be able to. Yeah. So that goes all the way around, and it looks like bubbles from the yeast that's still in there doing whatever it's doing. It's just in a suspiciously straight line all around the bottle. So that'll be one of the ones that gets sat on the shelf anyhow and aged. There's a lot of yeast floating around in 2 of these. This is the one that the bogy polymer is going to be made out of, and then this will go on the shelf as well, but it has far less yeast in it. So let me reach into the refrigerator here. There it is. Now, to my knowledge, this is actually, in fact, some kind of drink combination that is relatively traditional in these circumstances as far as things go. Like, as far as things that you would normally mix with mead there are ones that are a little bit more traditional. You know, people have been doing them forever, and this is apparently one of them. Now, Cobra, it doesn't have to be this brand, but so you have your traditional honey mead, is what it is. It's just water, honey, and yeast. No sugar, no fruit, no nothing like that. Honey, water, yeast. Done. But you want some ginger ale. And this is full sugar and all that stuff, I believe. I don't necessarily know. Yeah, sweet pure cane sugar. I don't necessarily know if ginger ale is normally a very sugary soda pop. I don't really drink regular soda pop. I'm an energy drink kind of guy. So yeah, I don't think this is a twist off, so I'm gonna have to get a church key, pop that real quick. I'll get a glass for which to mix and then drink, and we will adjourn out to the shop. Alright, so I got my glass out. These, not a sponsor. So, New Holland is, they make a really good beer. Especially if you like stouts, like Guinness and stuff. Way better than Guinness, in my opinion. Just throwing that out there. So, the recipe for this goes as follows, and to be honest with you, this part I'm just kind of making up on my own. It is a mixed drink, so depending on how strong your alcohol is, that's usually like a double shot or so, and then you finish it off with your garnishes and all that stuff. And Arnold Palmer is a half and half mix, and so I feel like it's only correct to give that same cadence to the Bogy Palmer. So half your traditional mead, and then half half ginger ale. I did say I didn't know whether or not this was a twist off. Where is, hold please. Is it this side for bottles? I don't genuinely use these. I, more often than not, would just use a lighter. But we're here today, so, you know. And half ginger ale. I don't know, guys. Let's see what it do, tubes. I mean, it tastes like ginger ale, to be honest with you. That's kind of crazy. But you have the, there's a little bit on the back end, you know, like once you swallow and you let it sit for a second. You can definitely taste the mead. That's super cool. I like that. Boggy Palmer, ladies and gentlemen. King Cobra. Do it, bro. That's yours, man. Okay? To the shop. Well, alright, y'all. So the holiday tradition that I personally observe is sort of something based off of some Norse mythology, and it's not. This is by no means any actual lore or myth or anything like that. This is just some stuff that I do. It's my own personal little, you know, tip of the hat to the gods, the old ones. And so in the winter, there is the wild hunt, I believe. It's a tradition way back in the day. And then you have the winter solstice. I can't remember exactly what that one was called, but then you have the Yule. And just to sort of encapsulate all of that, as I stated, burn a little effigy of a woodland creature, usually a deer. And I thank the old gods for the things that they've given me in the past year, and you know, hopefully they will continue to be kind in the coming year. And I share a drink, and I figured this year I'd share that process with you guys. I mean, it's nothing too special or fancy. Just gonna light this thing on fire, watch it burn, and drink my mead. There's a little squirrel running back and forth across the roof of this garage. I don't know how to take that. This must be some fire safe stuff. There we go. We got him laid down in a nice little bed. You want to make sure your sacrifice is comfortable. Hit him with a little bit of go-go juice. Now we're going. Alright kids, there's still some embers going in there. But it's all but burnt out and done. Remember, Cobra, Bogey Palmer, man. Don't skip out on that. Other than that, I want to thank everybody for watching. I know this isn't my normal kind of thing for, you know, the people that normally watch my videos. It's good to switch things up every now and again. We'll catch you in the next one.